If you've ever shot a weapon of any kind at a long-distance target, you learned a couple of things about aiming. Whether you are using a rifle, a handgun, or a bow and arrow, all the rules apply. I learned to be an expert marksman in the Air Force, and I was taught to allow for wind, for instance. One of the airmen in our group referred to Kentucky windage. The further away the target is, the more wind might make the shot drift, so the shooter has to estimate how much to the left or right of the target to aim. The same is true regardless of wind when it comes to distance, because even a high-powered rifle shot will fall a little. In archery, the drop is more of a consideration. If you were shooting from a distance and the wind were blowing, your aim would be completely away from the target in order to hit the target, and the adjustments are due to the shooter's judgment and are not hard and fast scientific adjustments. Good aim involves a skill of judgment based on experience and, quite honestly, really good guessing. Maybe sometimes the reason people miss hitting their goals is that they started out aiming at the actual target. That might not seem to make sense, but the further our goal is away, the more life is like the wind, and the time in the future is the distance that requires us to aim above the goal and maybe a little off to the side. Whatever it is that we want to achieve, maybe we need to include a consideration for a little Kentucky windage. How active is the whirlwind around you when you are aiming at the target? Rather than fighting against it, maybe a goal should take into consideration and use that whirlwind of daily activity to achieve the goal. One advantage we have with our lifelong goals aim is that we are not only the shooter, but we are also the bullet. And after the shot is taken, we have the ability to continue adjusting for Kentucky windage and distance as we fly toward our target. It is no secret that I love a good acronym, and I have one that I think helps with this process. AIM, A-I-M, achieving involves mindfulness. I have come to understand that to have good aim toward my goals, I cannot be upset if I miss a deadline I had set for myself. Sometimes things take longer. Sometimes unforeseen things need to get done first, and sometimes I hit a wall and realize that I need to get someone else's help to do a thing I thought I could do well, but getting their help puts me back on track with good aim. The key is to be mindful of the process toward achieving goals so that we can adjust and stay on track with achieving while also being consistent with a spiritual journey of non-attachment and spiritual awareness. Our spiritual journey is more about the journey than achieving a goal, but it is the pressing on toward oneness with God that makes it a journey and not just wandering. At times we may feel like we're not actually aiming at an objective, but if we calculate our aim with all considerations, we will develop an incredible aim in the awareness that all of creation is conspiring in our favor and trusting that the universe always has our backs. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow wrote, "If you would hit the mark, you must aim a little above it."